I'm not sure if this person sees me or not. They do not. I definitely didn't stop at that stop sign. Oh well. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go. Go. Come on. Come on. You've already gone. Now I go. You stop first. You can go first. I'm never in a rush. I don't get on my bike if I think I need, you know, if I'm at a crunch, because the distance I have to travel between home and work at my skill level and on this bike, it's just I can't make it work. And because you're going through a suburban environment, you've got dealing with stop signs, you're dealing with roundabouts, you're dealing with traffic. It's just not something you can just blow through and make it quick. If I didn't have to deal with a single stop sign, any traffic, etc., yeah, I probably could cut it down to half an hour. Yeah, 35 minutes. But I do. But it exists, so, you know. So I'm never in a rush. I want my fellow users of roads and paths and trails, if they get to the stop sign or the intersection before me, I want them to go. I can wait. Don't be nice to me. I understand you're being nice, but it can create some sticky situations for me as someone who isn't surrounded by 2,000 pounds of, I would say metal, but come on guys, we all know cars are increasingly not metal or steel or whatever. It's a lot of plastic. Durable plastic, maybe, but it's a lot of plastic. This video doesn't really have a theme besides on my way home from work theme, I guess. We did start shortly after I left the office. It'll be interesting to see what my time is once I get home, because I definitely know how long it takes me in the evenings. It'll be interesting if it's similar or shorter or longer when it comes to, you know, the late afternoon, I guess. We just passed 106 in Gray. Carmel's first park is just off of 106 in Gray. I think it's mainly a, not mini golf, but it's kind of like where you practice your golf game. There's some other park things there too. It's just a little bit of history, just an interesting little bit of history. We are heading east on 106 on the multi-use path. I will say, even though I'm eager to get my road bike fixed from the collision I was involved in, because really, on a clear day, when there's not a lot of bullshit to deal with, that's still gonna be my ideal bike. I'm thinking of putting studded tires on this one. I know it's gonna slow me down, but you know, it'll create some safety if I want to get out and about on a less than ideal day. But the other good thing about this bike, and the slightly thicker tires and the thicker frame, the kind of the weight of it, you don't have to worry much about, you know, your pebbles, your sticks, the acorns and whatnot. Now you still gotta clean that crap off, yes, but as far as like will a significant acorn, a significant sized acorn, throw you to the ground? On my road bike, yeah, it could. And when the leaves are covering this part of the trail, it's a little concern of mine. But here, with this bike, I ain't worried about that. I'm really not. That said, I do go a bit slower. It's a bit heavier. And when I have to be on the road, it drags me just a little bit. But even though cyclists have full right to use the road, the traditional traffic lane, with this bike, I'm not hesitant about riding along the curb along the bridge. It's warm enough that the snow and the ice have melted. If there's any left, I don't think there was. So once we get to 96, you'll probably see me along the significant curb. Yeah, there's debris and whatnot, but this bike can handle it. I can probably clean it here tomorrow or something this weekend. I'll tell you, cleaning this bike, not that big of a deal. I know some people, and I make enough dough to pay for services for my bike, but you know, cleaning this thing or oiling it and whatnot, not a big deal. We are gonna go this way. Then hop on this trail. To my left is Hazeldale, I think it's Hazeldale Parkway. This is another one of those north-south routes along Carmel that goes through Carmel. Actually ends at the border, where Carmel's northern border is at 146. As far as I can tell, there's a multi-use path like the one I'm on right now, at least on one side of the street throughout all of Hazeldale. That makes it super convenient. Now, that said, there's not a lot on Hazeldale to go to. There's a couple parks, but it's mostly residential, or this mining stuff that they're doing all around here in 96. But you'll find a lot of these in Carmel, these multi-use paths along a lot of the roads, and they're super convenient. They're decently maintained. There's other suburbs that have these paths, but my experience is they aren't as maintained as well. There are significant barriers in them. There might be, you know, electric poles. Like you could see, the electric lines are just to the right of me. So they could have been like, let's build this path far away from the traffic, but they didn't. There's still roughly a traffic lane between us. Or there's like manhole covers. It shifts up and down. There's all types of nonsense. And I do want to say, this biking experience is, at least the first 3/4 of this bike ride, is not a typical Midwest or Indianapolis cycling experience. The first 3/4 of this ride is almost exclusively on some type of multi-use trail. My alternate route involves multi-use trails and bike lanes. The last quarter of this ride is much more typical of your Midwest cycling experience, where you're sharing the road with traditional traffic. Maybe fighting for space, fighting against the debris, fighting against the wind, and the wind is picking up. So there's a slight uphill right there. Might have had a little to do with the wind. I checked behind me. After that one car, I'm gonna merge. Yep, there we go. I'm gonna merge in the traditional traffic lane. Jesus. There's a significant amount of backed up traffic right here. Oh, yeah, there you go. We're getting close to the end of this ride. Thanks for joining me on this journey. Hopefully, we'll survive the last little bit of this madness. I get right here. Yeah. After we successfully make this turn, that'll be it.